Hi everyone. Today, let's have a look at Panchayati Raj, a chapter from class 6 textbook Social and Political Life. You must have heard of elections. What happens after people elect their representatives? How are decisions made? Let's look at how this takes place in rural areas.
Now let's understand the local administration in villages, which is termed as Panchayati Raj. Gram Panchayat is a decision-making body in a village. Panchayat is a council consisting of several ward members or panch and a president or sarpanch. Let's see who are these ward members. For the purpose of election, a village is divided into smaller areas known as ward. Size of a ward depends on the population. One ward member is elected from each ward.
The Gram Panchayat is elected for 5 years. Now let's have a look at the major tasks or the work of a Gram Panchayat. The construction and maintenance of water sources, roads, drainage, school buildings and other common property resources. Levying and collecting local taxes. Executing government schemes related to generating employment in the village. How does the panchayat get money for all this? The sources of funds for the panchayat are collection of taxes on houses, marketplaces, etc. Government scheme funds received through various departments of the government through the Janpad and Zilla Panchayats. Donations for community works, etc.
Now, the question is, who elects the Panchayat leaders? The answer is Gram Sabha, which is a group of all the adult people in a village who are 18 years of age or above. The Gram Sabha plays a significant role in a village. It supervises the work of Panchayat and keeps a check on Panchayat's work in the village. The annual budget of the Gram Panchayat is approved by Gram Sabha. The performance of Gram Panchayat is reviewed by Gram Sabha. And for all these activities and responsibilities, Gram Sabha has to meet at least twice or thrice in a year. Thus, here we see that local self-government helps the common people to directly participate in ensuring a better administration in their locality.
To summarize, we may also say that the Gram Sabha is a key factor in making the Gram Panchayat play its role and be responsible. It is the place where all plans for the work of Gram Panchayat are placed before the people. The Gram Sabha prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things like misusing money or favoring certain people. It plays an important role in keeping an eye on the elected representatives and making them responsible to the persons who elected them. In some states, Gram Sabhas form committees like construction and development committees. These committees include some members of the Gram Sabha and some from the Gram Panchayat who work together to carry out specific tasks. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. This person is not an elected person but is appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and keeping a record of the proceedings.
Let's proceed ahead to understand the structure of Panchayati Raj system. After Gram Panchayat, the next level is Panchayat Samiti. If you observe it carefully, you may understand that Panchayat Samiti is a group of a few Gram Panchayats. Panchayat Samiti is also known as Block Samiti or Mandal. The members of this representative body are elected by all the Panchayat members in that area. The next level is Zilla Parishad. Zilla is district and Zilla Parishad is a group of all the Panchayat Samitis in a district. Most of the Zilla Parishad members are elected. Members of the Lok Sabha and MLAs of that district and some other officials of other district level bodies are also its members. The Zilla Parishad is headed by Zilla Parishad Chairperson.
Zilla Parishad actually makes developmental plans at the district level. With the help of Panchayat Samitis, it also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayats. To summarize, we may say that the whole concept of Panchayati Raj system is to ensure people's participation in decision making and to provide more and more space for people to raise their voices. This is all about this chapter. I hope you liked this video. For more such academic content, please subscribe to Constructing Minds. And for regular updates, don't forget to click the bell icon.